Good evening, and welcome to the 2020 Distinguished Alumni Awards for the Rawls College of Business. I'm Julie Doss, Senior Director of Engagement and External Relations. Tonight, we honor 4 individuals who exemplify the dedication and passion of a true Red Raider, impacting Rawls College, Texas Tech, and the world. Established in 1986, the Distinguished Alumni Award recognizes alumni who have demonstrated exemplary dedication to Texas Tech and the Rawls College of Business. As the highest honor Rawls College bestows on alumni, the Distinguished Alumni Award recognizes individuals who have not only achieved success professionally, but have also contributed time, talent, and support to programs benefiting Rawls College. Tonight, we celebrate their distinguished service, extraordinary achievements, and most of all, their love and support of Texas Tech and Rawls College of Business. Now, it's hard to ignore that the way we are celebrating tonight is a little different. I want to thank all of you for joining us for our first ever Zoom Awards. We have friends from all over the nation joining us tonight. Some may be wearing slippers, but we'll never tell. For any of you who are new to Zoom, I want to direct your attention to the chat button on the ribbon at the bottom of your screen. While I would never encourage you to talk during an awards event, I absolutely encourage you to utilize the chat feature and congratulate our awardees tonight. If you are interested in donating to the Dean's Excellence Fund in honor of any of this year's awardees, we're going to put that link in the chat feature right now. Because we were unable to celebrate in person tonight, we held small dinners over the past month to honor each of our awardees. We did our best to capture the magic of each event, and we will share that footage with you tonight. Our awardees are joining us live, and I would love to introduce them to you. Let's check in. First, we have David Alderson, right here in Lubbock.
Welcome.
We also have Kay Matthews joining us from right outside of Houston, Texas.
Hello, glad to be here. Thank you.
We have Landon Smith from Fort Worth.
Hi, good to see everybody.
Nice to see you. And then we have Linda Zukauckas from New York City, but right now joining us from somewhere in Texas in the middle of a road trip.
Hi, Julie. Good to see everybody.
So I think everyone's here and ready to go. I know all of us are ready to celebrate these extraordinary alumni. I am honored to introduce the Dean of the Rawls College of Business, Dr. Margaret Williams.
Thank you, Julie, and welcome to everyone to our 2020 Distinguished Alumni Celebration. It's wonderful to have you here. I cannot acknowledge individuals who are joining us this evening, so I just would like to acknowledge some groups of individuals who I hope are joining us this evening. First of all, I would like to welcome any of our past distinguished alumni honorees who are joining us this evening. We continue to be proud of you and hope that you enjoy welcoming this new membership class to your group. I also want to welcome members of the Rawls Advisory Council. Kay Matthews is one of those who joined the Advisory Council this year. I hope that you are joining us this evening. Also, faculty and staff of the Rawls College, as well as students of the Rawls College, and friends, family, and supporters of our 4 honorees who are joining us tonight. So this is the 20th anniversary of the $25 million naming gift from Jerry Rawls that created the Rawls College of Business Administration. And we have much to celebrate. I want to highlight just a few of the exciting events that have occurred over the past year, yes, even during a pandemic, before we moved into the awards portion of our program. You probably have heard that enrollment is up at Texas Tech University. We hit 40,000 students, just over 40,000 students by 2020, which has been a long-term goal. we're very proud of that because it means that regardless of what's going on out there, students do want to come to Texas Tech. The Rawls College has been leading that growth, both at the undergraduate level and the graduate level. So we're proud that we continue to bring students to Texas Tech who are interested in studying business. We have new and expanded programming this year. We launched our Excellence in Banking program this fall with our first class. That's a program for which we raised an endowment of $12 million to support students who are interested in careers in banking, particularly those who want to enter community banking in West Texas. Just today, this news is hot off the press, the endowment that was established to fund the director of that program was renamed the F. Scott Deeser Endowed Chair for Excellence in Banking. So Scott, those of you who know Scott, he was behind this effort, and we're so pleased that he is now part of this program in perpetuity. We're very proud of that. We've launched new online graduate programs. You might think, well, that's not a big deal under COVID, everything is online. These are actually programs that were designed to be online and will continue to be online after the pandemic. An online MBA, an online master's program in data science, an online master's program in marketing research and analytics. So if graduate education is your thing, we can help you no matter where you are in the world. We also have expanded our geographical footprint this fall. Our professional MBA program, which is a weekend MBA program, is now being offered not only in Lubbock, but also in Marble Falls. We have a Texas Tech Regional Center in Marble Falls, and it's interesting. We're attracting students from not only Austin, which we expected, but also San Antonio, Waco. It's a different group for us down there. And then also in Rockwall, which is on the east side of Dallas. So we're very excited about expanding our geographical footprint. One of the many faculty highlights this year is that we have had Bill Gardner from the management department was named a Paul Whitfield Horn professor. For those of you who don't know, Paul Whitfield Horn was the very first president of Texas Technological College. It is the highest honor in the university, and we're very excited that Bill Gardner now joins Shelby Hunt in marketing for 2 Horn professors within the college. Bill Gardner was also, this sounds too hard to believe, but it's actually true. Bill Gardner was named one of the most influential scientists in the world. They did this based upon the citations of his work. So we continue to be very proud of Bill. I'm also very proud of the way that the Rawls College has stepped up to help during the pandemic. Through the spring semester and in the summer, we had faculty who hosted 4 different webinars to help businesses, business owners, and the general public to navigate the challenges of COVID, particularly as it relates to the CARES Act and PPP. We partnered with Mayor Pope on some of those activities, and we're very proud that we were able to give back to the community. 2 of our faculty, Ted Waldron and Jim Weatherby, had an article published in the Harvard Business Review about the model that they call the HEART framework for crisis communication, which is a way for businesses to stay connected with their customers during crises, which the pandemic certainly is. So there's a lot that we have been doing to give back. This morning at our advisory council meeting, we were privileged to hear from another one of our very young alumni, not that you're not, sorry, one of our really young alumni, got to be careful, who has founded a company called eMist. And they had started out thinking that this would be a good product to use in nursing homes and hospital settings. And what it is a electrostatic disinfection sprayer. Well, they were in this business and then COVID-19 came along, and Josh has an amazing story of what he's done with his company, eMist. They were adopted by some of the biggest companies in the world, the armed forces, and most recently, he said he got a call on a Friday evening at 9:30 from the White House after President Trump contracted COVID to say, we need your product here in the White House. So he's gone from 5 employees to 150 employees since January. So Josh is but one example of the outstanding alumni of the Rawls College. All of you who are on the call tonight are proven leaders in your communities and in your professions. We're proud of you. We're happy for your success and appreciate all that you continue to do for our students and for the college. This evening, we are here to salute 4 special alumni, and we honor you for all that you have accomplished in your lives and careers. Most appropriately, we're so pleased that many of your friends and family and colleagues are here to help us pay tribute to you. Before we went live with this event, I will tell you that some of these distinguished alumni might have had a drink with which they could toast next to them. So that's what we would be doing if we were in person. So as we begin the program, I would like to virtually toast the 4 of you. And I'm sure that everybody joining is doing that same thing. So let's move right into our program. Our first honoree this evening is David Alderson.
A Lubbock native, David Alderson graduated from Texas Tech University in 1986 with a bachelor's degree in business administration. While a student, he began working at his family's local car dealership, Alderson Enterprises, as a salesperson. In 1992, he was promoted to general manager, and in 1998, he became president and CEO. While overseeing 6 dealerships representing 5 franchises, David remains committed to serving local, regional, and national organizations in civic, educational, and professional domains. From his service to the city, community, and alma mater to his rise in the automobile industry, David's dedication and leadership have helped him achieve great success. David has served terms in the Cadillac's Southwest Zone Council, Cadillac National Dealer Council, and Southern Area Lexus Dealer Council. Since 1999, he's been a board member for the Texas Automobile Dealers Association. As a member, he's served as a Northwest Regional Director, Executive Committee member, Chair-elect, and Chair. David's commitment to his community is second to none. He's served on the board of directors and as a campaign chair for the Lubbock Area United Way Board. Additionally, he's served as a chair for the Lubbock Economic Development Alliance. Currently, as an effort to help revitalize downtown Lubbock, David is a member of the Lubbock Downtown Development Corporation and the City of Lubbock Downtown Tax Increment Financing Board. Throughout his career, David has remained involved at Texas Tech and has been a member of the Chancellor's Council since 1995, serving on the board of directors from 2006 to 2010, and then as chair from 2009 to 2011. Additionally, he helped launch the Talkington School for Young Women Leaders as a member of its advisory council and currently serves on its finance committee. David resides in Lubbock, Texas with his wife, Lisa. Together they have 3 daughters, Lauren, Emily, and Lily, and 1 grandchild, Grace. When he isn't working, David enjoys playing golf, tennis, snow skiing, and spending time with his family at the lake. Friends describe David as genuine, loyal, and consistent, and believe that David personifies class, dignity, and grace in the business world. He successfully leads a 3rd-generation family business, and his friends believe that David's willingness to understand the marketplace and take appropriate risks have yielded significant growth and success for Alderson Enterprises, making David a great role model and deserving of this honor. Please join us in congratulating Mr. David Alderson.
Let me first begin with a few thanks and what a surprise and honor to be recognized as a 2020 Rawls College of Business Distinguished Alumni. I want to thank Dean Margaret Williams. Since she moved to Lubbock, I've had the pleasure of working with her on several City of Lubbock and Downtown Lubbock initiatives. She certainly has more than Texas Tech in her mind, and that is much appreciated. I would also like to thank the Distinguished Alumni Selection Committee and also the deans of the Rawls College of Business. Let me also congratulate the 3 other distinguished alumni honorees for this evening. Although we have never met, I read all of your accomplishments and wow, I may have moved some cars and sold a few parts, and turned some hours in service, but your resumes are quite impressive. Although I stand up here as a recipient, I owe so much to those who have impacted my life. Albert Einstein said, "Setting an example is not the main means of influencing another, it is the only means." To my wife, they say behind every good man is a good woman. I am lucky to have a good, strong woman. Many of you know me by my nickname Aldo. A good, strong woman is a blessing. Lisa, thank you for so much for the focus on family. Making every day productive, living by example, and running our home is a major factor in me being able to stand up here tonight. I love you very much. To Jack and Pat, AKA Mom and Dad, thank you for faith in God and encouragement. Encouragement comes from the affirming the positives and handing over the business to a 26-year-old, taking off to Arizona to play and trusting that I would make all the payments to you. Lastly, giving back to community. Our dealership group has been blessed by so many in West Texas and Eastern New Mexico. We owe our communities to give back. To my daughters, thank you for pride. Enough said. I love you all very much. To my family here tonight, since I was born, being the last of 4 children, I had the best seat in the house. I thank you for all the relationships, some closer at times than others, the way of siblings and in-laws. Thank you for family and the support in a 3rd-generation business. To all the associates that ever worked in the Alderson family of dealerships, thank you for teaching. I learned our trade from you and still do to this day. Whether it was how to wash a car, find a part, change out a fuse on the drive, yep, that was the height of my mechanical career, deliver a car to an 85-year-old woman's house and get accused of hitting her fence, which I did not do, handle all the items in a car transaction. Thank you for creating a culture each day of focus on doing what is right for the customer. Lastly, thank you to Texas Tech University and the Rawls College of Business. Being a young man from Lubbock and attending in your hometown, I set out to broaden my horizons. Sure, you learned some stuff in college, accounting, marketing, finance, hated tax accounting, barely passed, maybe even took it pass-fail. But the friendships I made at Texas Tech last to this day, and have made a profound impact on my life. To my inner circle, Phi Alpha. Chancellor Hance said it best. From here, anything is possible. Well, it certainly has been for me. And if you've read up on those honored here tonight, the proof is in the pudding. Over the years, we may not have the most high-powered alumni or connected alumni when compared to other state of Texas universities or even some private universities around the state. But Red Raiders don't care about that. That is what makes Texas Tech University a special place. Wreck 'em.
David, we thank you for your generous support of Texas Tech University. Your impact on Lubbock is legendary, and we are proud to honor you as a Rawls College of Business Distinguished Alumnus in recognition of your outstanding career and your strong commitment to supporting education and community service. Thank you for all you have done and continue to do. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I think now we have a couple of minutes to chat. Is that right? So David, it's clear that family is important to you, and you're maybe a bit of an emotional guy, which is so wonderful to see. What has it meant to you to become the leader of your family's business? Is that something you had always planned to do?
You know, I didn't always plan to do it. I must say, of all the 4 honorees, I'm probably the most happy this is virtual. So it took a lot of takes to get through that acceptance speech. But no, it's the family business. It's 3rd generation. It's all about communication. I worked there growing up. I started washing cars in '79. I think the one thing I could say was it was never asked that I should do it. In fact, when I was going off to college as a freshman, my dad said, "Do you want to do this thing? Because if you do, that's great. If not, we're going to get somebody in to buy us out." Because I was the last of 4 kids. He was the last of 3 boys. And it was time to find somebody to transition to. And I said, no, I kind of think so. So I've always said to other people, you know, they'll come to the business. So That's the one thing. But being in the family and working with the family, we call her, it's a dealership family, all the people. Car business is vibrant. It's a lot of fun people. Seeing people, get the car of their dreams is great. But it's been a wonderful ride.
That's great. And anything else you'd like to share with the audience this evening?
No, I think it was all said before. I just want to thank you. I'm extremely honored. Congratulations to the other 3 honorees. I'm anxious to see your portion of the video and have a wonderful evening. So thank you again.
Thanks so much, David. Congratulations again. Our second honoree this evening is Kay Matthews.
Kay Matthews earned a bachelor's degree in accounting from Texas Tech in 1980. In June 2019, Kay retired after a successful 36-year career at Ernst & Young, where she held several leadership roles for the global organization, which operates in more than 150 countries and has revenues of more than $36 billion globally. Most recently, she served as a vice chair of the EY Americas Board, a member of the EY Global Practice Group, and the managing partner of EY's West region, with responsibility for all services delivering to clients in the region. During her career at EY, Kay served clients ranging in size from early-stage venture-backed to Fortune 500 companies across industries including software, semiconductor, defense, transportation, consumer products, and healthcare. She was frequently asked to serve or lead executive-level committees on market strategies to achieve leadership in serving companies across various industries, maturity, and size. Prior to West Region Managing Partner, Kay held a number of senior leadership roles within EY, including Chief Operating Officer for the Assurance and Advisory businesses in the Americas, Managing Partner for the Assurance and Advisory practices in the Gulf Coast region, and Managing Partner for the Austin office. During this time period, Kay also served as the coordinating partner for BMC Software, Silicon Labs, Trilogy Software, and Continental Airlines. Currently, Kay is a board member serving on the audit committee for Coherent Inc., Silicon Valley Bank, SVB Financial Group, and Main Street Capital. Previously, she served as a board member and member of the Finance and Retirement Committees for KQED, a Northern California public television and radio station. Kay was the 2013 Texas Tech School of Accounting Distinguished Alumni, and she continues to be involved at Rawls College. Kay lives in the Woodlands with her husband Tor, and together they have a daughter, Catherine. As a family, they enjoy being at the lake and traveling abroad. Recently, they went to South Africa and hope to visit France in the future. Friends describe Kay as caring, reliable, resilient, fashionable, and extremely smart. She values people and is remembered by her colleagues for her ability to recognize special occasions such as promotions and retirements in truly meaningful ways, ensuring that they were memorable for the person being recognized. Her friends believe Kay is a role model because as she has become more successful, she focused on those who were coming up behind her, serving as a strong mentor and sponsor. They believe Kay is deserving of this honor not only because of her career success, but also due to her integrity, courageous way of thinking, and genuine interest in helping and recognizing others. Please help us in congratulating Mrs. Kay Matthews.
Thank you. I'd like to congratulate my fellow honorees and thank the Distinguished Alumni Selection Committee and Dean Williams. It's a great and humbling honor to receive this award, an honor I could have never conceived of when I graduated way back in 1980. Yet it was the support and education philosophy of the professors at Tech and the Rawls School of Business that created the foundation for my career and success in business. At Tech, I learned and benefited from the philosophy that if you work hard, the professors in the school are there to support you and help you succeed. I flourished in that environment, and as a result, I always sought out companies and positions where this philosophy was embraced and employed, allowing me to take on continually challenging positions. I also want to thank my husband, Tor, who I met through a friend at Tech. Not only did he successfully tutor me through calculus, but he taught me that when the right opportunity comes up, even if, and perhaps especially if, you have to move, you take it. We didn't plan it, but it worked out that we've moved 6 times since we met at Tech and married, 3 for him and 3 for me. To our daughter, Catherine, who moved to California for my last position with EY at the beginning of 7th grade, with only the promise that I wouldn't have to travel as much and she could have an unlimited cell phone plan to stay in contact with her friends in Houston. One of whom is here tonight and is herself a Tech graduate. And to my sister Debbie, who chose tech before me, I chose tech with a simple reasoning. I wanted to go away to school, and having grown up in Austin, UT wouldn't work. And as I said, I grew up in Austin, so A&M was out of the question. And Dad said he would pay for a Texas school, and Debbie had already chosen tech, so tech it was. And what a great choice it turned out to be. Thank you very much.
Kay, you are a woman of integrity, vision, and accomplishment. The leadership positions you have held throughout your career bring great honor to the Rawls College. We are so pleased to recognize you this evening as a Rawls College of Business Distinguished Alumna. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
So you had tremendous leadership responsibilities at a global company during your career, and you are still active on boards of directors. What are the skills or qualities that enabled you to achieve this level of career success?
You know, it's actually a question that I get asked quite often. And I would say most importantly is to say yes when the opportunities come up. And they usually come up when you're least expecting them. As I said, when might take a move. But what I learned along the way is I really like to learn new things. And I really don't like to be bored. And so my attention span turned out to be about 7 to 10 years in any given job. And EY was great about coming up with a new opportunity many times before I knew I really, really wanted one. So what I also learned at Tech was I actually like to work hard. And working hard kind of created some of those opportunities. And my dad and mom, who are on tonight watching, used to tell me not to worry about working hard, that builds character. And we had a lot of discussion about, I thought I had enough character. I didn't need any more. But that working hard and knowing you're going to fail and knowing you're going to make mistakes is just all part of it. And you accept it and you just do your best not to make any of those mistakes fatal. And great opportunities come. So a thank you to my mom and dad, who were willing to fund my education at Tech. And it's just been a great, great career, great opportunity. And looking forward to being more involved in Tech now that I'm back in Texas. So thank you for this honor. I greatly appreciate it, very much humbled by it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kay. That's great advice. We are recording this, and I want all of our students to hear your advice. And I would like to add my congratulations to your parents as well. I guess we may not be the proudest people on this call, but we're close. Congratulations to your mom and dad too. So thank you, Kay. Our third honoree this evening is Landon Smith.
Landon Smith grew up in Olton, Texas, and graduated from Texas Tech University in 1991 with a bachelor's degree in accounting. In 2006, he founded Riveron, a national business advisory firm that specializes in accounting, finance, and operations. Landon's vision was to create a hands-on and agile team that would match its clients' entrepreneurship. Under his leadership, the Dallas-based firm has experienced exponential growth across an expanded geographical footprint, become a go-to source for transformative and innovative solutions that span the entire transaction and business lifecycle. 14 years later, Riveron employs 550 dedicated individuals, serves more than 750 clients, and has offices in 13 locations. In recent years, Riveron has experienced more than 30% annual growth and acquired Conway McKinsey, which enabled the firm to expand its service offerings in the turnaround and restructuring space while adding 4 new offices, giving Riveron a presence coast to coast. As CEO, Landon remains devoted to addressing the diverse and ever-evolving needs of the firm's clients, as well as to building an organizational culture that prioritizes collaboration, creativity, and professional development opportunities for all of its people. Landon brings to Riveron extensive experience in leadership, public accounting, corporate and project finance, and private equity consulting across a wide range of industries. Friends and employees say Landon is committed to fostering a vibrant culture that emphasizes transparency, inclusivity, collegiality, and fun. They believe that he cares deeply about people and strives to create an environment where all employees are seen and able to succeed. As part of supporting the local community, Landon encourages his employees to support philanthropic initiatives which organizations such as the Make-A-Wish Foundation and Big Brother Big Sister program. Riveron's 85% retention rate is a testament to the inclusive culture Landon has worked hard to build, maintain, and evolve. Prior to forming Riveron, Landon served at Ernst & Young for 8 years in its assurance, advisory, and transaction support practices, and at Panda Energy International for 4 years in its project finance group. Landon primarily resides in Dallas, Texas, but visits family in Weatherford regularly. In his free time, he enjoys spending time with his 5 kids and watching sports. Landon's longtime friend and mentor describes Landon as a visionary in the truest sense and believes that Landon's humility makes him a great leader deserving of this honor. Please join us in congratulating Mr. Landon Smith.
Well, thank you today for this honor. I am humbled to receive this. I realize what it means. I certainly, frankly, don't feel worthy, but was more than pleased when I found I didn't even know I was nominated. So being nominated and to win, find out at the same time is incredible. I'm very thankful to Texas Tech and Rawls School of Business for making this honor possible, and frankly giving Riveron some attention. There's been a lot of hard work and effort put into that, and I know that's why I'm here today. And it's not necessarily about me. It's about a number of people that have contributed and put our lives together in order to try to build something great. And if I just have a minute, I would love to thank some people in my life, certainly my family, my kids, and my brother and my father, who have all been incredibly supportive. Quite frankly, in a career that's a little different, and I'm not probably your typical dad, but still I was thankful enough to get to spend a lot of time with my family as all my children grew up and as they continue to grow up. And there's a lot of people around us and me that made that possible. And Ellen Smith is one of our current employees who nominated me for this award. So certainly thank you to her. There have been a number of people that have had an integral part. The early adopters, though, this doesn't happen without them. And Chayton Fonstock, Doug Mills, Dan Marsh, Colin Moore, Todd Follett, Greg Stevens, Doug Noon, Tanya Miller. I'll never be able to thank you enough. I know we've all enjoyed this journey together, and we have benefited, but my life has been blessed through the presence of yours and your families, and I'm just thankful we got to build something that we believe to be unique. And then there's incredible people that we've surrounded ourselves with since that are to this day out trying to go forward and build what we exactly set out to do back in 2006. So again, thank you to Texas Tech and to Rawls for this honor and for this opportunity. I'm absolutely thrilled. Never expected to have anything like this, and humbled to have it. So thank you.
Landon, you epitomize the Red Raider attitude, and you set the bar high for other alumni. Your vision and your innovative approach to business serve as great examples for our students and alumni, and we are so proud to recognize you tonight as a Rawls College Distinguished Alumnus. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. I'm very honored.
So Landon, you have created something of lasting value in Riveron. How did your interest in being an entrepreneur and creating your own business arise?
Well, I can say I would love to say I had this all planned out in 1991 or 1995, but I certainly did not. Certainly, I always wanted to be an entrepreneur, but for a couple of decades, I searched for an idea, and an idea that never materialized, because that's not necessarily what I do. what I had the honor, honestly, to participate in was early at Ernst & Young, make a great group of friends and a network that we found common values through family and culture and how we wanted to live our lives. And honestly, I honestly feel like I stumbled onto this opportunity with some incredible colleagues and friends and people that frankly I was at their families' birthdays, and we went on vacations together. And I think it was a once in a lifetime opportunity to put together some ladies and some men, all of who cared about each other's families and try to build something. Never did we really anticipate something like this. I mean, it certainly kind of came in stages, but it's always been about trying to provide the right opportunities for our people. And I feel like I've been along for the ride as much as anything. So I would say, you know, it was no idea. It was stumbling onto something, but it was honestly realizing the power of relationships and what we can go out to do together if that's how we choose to move forward. And that's a continual process throughout life, and I think for all of us. And I don't pretend for a moment to have it figured out now. I certainly didn't in 2006, but I'm grateful for the opportunities that it's presented to all of us.
Well, that's again a fantastic story, especially for our students to hear. Sometimes it can be frustrating when you're 18 to 22 years old and people expect you to have it all figured out. So you're a real inspiration for our students as well. So anything else you'd like to add this evening?
No, just that the resumes of the other winners are incredible, and congratulations to all of them. And again, honored to be in the same group. In many ways, don't feel like I belong, but very proud to be here and very proud to be a Red Raider.
Well, you do belong, and congratulations again, Landon.
Thank you.
Our fourth honoree this evening is Linda Zukauckas.
Linda Zukauckas earned a bachelor's degree in accounting from Texas Tech University in 1984. Currently, Linda serves as the Chief Financial Officer for Nielsen Holdings, a global measurement and data analytics company. Linda joined Nielsen in February 2020 and is responsible for the company's financial strategy. Prior to Nielsen, Linda was Executive Vice President and Deputy Chief Financial Officer of American Express. During her tenure with American Express, she also held the positions of Controller and Chief Accounting Officer and was the executive sponsor of the company's Global Women's Interest Network. Prior to American Express, Linda spent 12 years with Ally Financial. Before working at Ally Financial, Linda held senior leadership roles at Deutsche Bank Bankers Trust in both New York and in the Asia region, during which time she was based in Singapore. Upon graduating from college, she commenced her career at PricewaterhouseCoopers in Dallas. Currently, Linda serves on the board of directors of MTS Systems Corporation. She previously served on the board of directors of American Express Global Business Travel and is a past chairman of the board of directors of Financial Executives International, the leading advocate for the views of corporate financial management through its more than 10,000 members who hold policymaking positions at companies from every major industry. Linda is also a past president of Finances Executives International's New York City chapter. Linda resides in New York City with her husband, James. Together, they have 2 children, Chris and Charlotte, who both studied business and work in the finance industry. In her free time, Linda enjoys vacationing in Santa Fe, New Mexico, and Austin, Texas, visiting friends and family and watching college football. Linda's longtime friend and colleague says she's the type of person you enjoy being around the most, someone who's always there to help and go the extra mile. She's dedicated as a great leader who's smart, hardworking, funny, and empathetic. Not only has Linda excelled at her day job as evidenced by her continued career advancement, but she also raised a beautiful family and found time to serve as a mentor and lead in professional organizations. With all that Linda has accomplished, she's retained her down-to-earth modesty, further showcasing her qualities as a leader and friend. Linda's friends believe that she's extremely deserving of this honor, and they're proud of all that she has accomplished. Please join us in congratulating Miss Linda Zukauckas.
Being a distinguished alumni of Texas Tech doesn't happen alone. It was definitely a team effort for me, and I have many to thank. I would start with my family, my mom, my dad, my brother, my sister, all of whom had always pushed for me and always believed in me and encouraged me to be the best that I could be. And certainly part of my success and the possibility of me being here tonight, I owe to them. More broadly, my uncle was a 1957 graduate of Rawls College and quite a role model to me growing up. He too was an accounting major. I met my husband at Texas Tech University, James Zukauckas, or Saint James, as I oftentimes refer to him, together with the parents of Chris and Charlotte, who also studied business. So James and I must have made our time at Rawls College and our studies of business look pretty good if both our son and daughter decided to pursue careers in business. We're very proud of them, and they follow Texas Tech sports through James and I because it's been a family tradition for many years that certainly we always tune in to Red Raider football and many other sports for that matter. And our kids have really enjoyed that, and it's been fun family events for us. More broadly, my brother-in-law, my sister-in-law, nieces, nephews, so many others also went to Texas Tech University. My father-in-law was a professor at Texas Tech, and he and my mother-in-law lived in Lubbock while I was going to school at Texas Tech, which was really special. And my cousin also went to school at Texas Tech during the same time that I was there. And we were both members of the Alpha Delta Pi social sorority. And to this day, we still have so many lifelong friends as a result of the time that we spent together at Texas Tech and certainly with our sorority sisters. And all of those individuals helped shape who I am today, certainly as a person. And then as I think about my professional career, I have so many others to thank as well. And it would be those that recruited me at the Career Center at Texas Tech University to join Pricewaterhouse in Dallas, where I had the pleasure of working with so many other Texas Tech alums. I ended my career with Pricewaterhouse in the New York City office, and throughout the course of my career, I had so many who were terrific role models for me. I went on to do other things in the US, lived abroad for a little bit, have worked for global companies, and have worked with just some incredibly intelligent, smart, influential people who really helped me understand what it really means to be successful in a professional career environment. And I owe them so much because they've been terrific role models to me throughout the course of my career. So certainly it would not be possible for me to be here this evening absent so many that were a part of shaping me personally and professionally, and I'm very grateful.
Linda, you have reached the highest levels of leadership at a variety of global companies representing the Rawls College and Texas Tech University around the world. We are very proud of all of your accomplishments and are honored to have you with us tonight and to recognize you as a Rawls College of Business Distinguished Alumna. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Dean Williams.
So Linda, I think it's interesting that the four of you have had very different career paths. You are unique among the honorees this evening by working for a number of companies and making a number of career transitions, the most recent being your move from American Express to Nielsen. So how have you approached your career and how have these moves contributed to your career success?
Well, I would definitely say the way in which I approached my career has been largely in partnership with St. James and with the support of Chris and Charlotte. We've had some terrific experiences throughout my career, and it has really enabled us to experience different cultures, different geographies, and different experiences that has just been incredibly valuable. And I think we look back on the 30 or so years of my career and our time as we've evolved throughout the course of our career, or my career and our experiences. And we really look back very fondly on all of it. And you know, I will say it all began at Texas Tech, and I think it's important to think big, and I would certainly encourage our the students at Rawls to really dream big and know that there really are no limits as long as you continue to challenge yourself and seek those opportunities. And as I think back on my career, is really a series of doors being opened for me and me stepping through them and really trying to make the best of it. It's just been a terrific experience, each and every one of the different experiences that I've had throughout the course of my career.
Well, thank you, Linda. Anything else that you would like to share for our students or for the group this evening?
Yeah, I would just say to the students, certainly dream big, and to the faculty of Tech, thank you so much. I'm very, very appreciative and humbled by this distinguished honor.
Thank you so much, Linda. So, ladies and gentlemen, raise your glasses to our 2020 class of Rawls College of Business Distinguished Alumni. They are indeed an impressive group. To close our program this evening, we're going to go back to the beginning. Before you are an alum, you have to be a student. So we turn to a current student and ask him to share his Rawls story with us this evening. Our student speaker is Zachary Arbogast. Zachary is a senior finance major from Longview, Texas. He's a member of the Honors College. He will graduate in May and plans to stay at the Rawls to get his master's degree in finance. Ultimately, he would like a career in corporate finance or investment banking. Zachary?
Thank you, Dean Williams. So I'd like to start by giving a little bit of background about myself. Growing up was kind of hard. My father was in and out of prison, and my mother actually died of a drug overdose when I was at a young age. And my younger sister and I moved in with my grandparents at the beginning of my 8th grade year in grade school. And they raised my sister and I from then on out. My grandmother is disabled. My grandfather is a salesman and did the best he could to try to support my sister and I, as well as my grandmother. But money was always kind of tight. And we kind of found ourselves in this pattern of continually downgrading our living standards from a lake home that they had to a smaller house in town to now their current living situation out of a camper. And my family made a lot of sacrifices to see that I would be successful. And that led me to Tyler Junior College in East Texas, where I got my associate's degree. And it was while at Tyler Junior College, I got an email from Texas Tech asking me to apply and telling me that I might be eligible for some scholarships. And this was a huge shock and awesome surprise to me, because I didn't really have plans to go to university or get my bachelor's, because I didn't think that it would be financially feasible for me or my family. So I stayed in correspondence with this recruiter and applied to Texas Tech, all the while keeping it from my grandparents, because I didn't want to get their hopes up if something wasn't to pan out. But once I got my acceptance letter and my official scholarship awards from Tech, I sat down with my grandparents and told them that I was going to be attending Tech on scholarship. And I remember my grandmother grabbing me and pulling me in and hugging me, and she started crying and just said, all I've ever wanted to do was to be able to support you and provide for you, and see that you're able to chase your passions and your dreams. And I know I can't give you everything that you need, but there's people out there who want to help, and together we're going to make it to where you can be anything you want to be. And so I transferred to Texas Tech last summer and started taking classes. And it's been so much more than I could have ever imagined it would be. The learning experience, the support I've had from professors, faculty, and staff, the ways I've been able to get involved with Rawls ambassadors and the various student organizations that I've been able to be a part of. It's been truly amazing. And it wouldn't have been possible without the scholarships that I've received from the various organizations, from alumni, from the university. And those scholarships made it not only possible for me to come to Tech, but also to continued to be successful while I've been here. Being a transfer student, a lot of my credits didn't transfer, and I've been kind of playing catch up, taking 18-hour full semesters and 12-hour summers, and having the financial support that I've had through scholarships has allowed me to be able to continue with that coursework and be successful without the added stress of worrying about how I'm going to financially support myself while I'm here, and has also been a huge blessing to my family. And my grandmother, when I told her that I was going to be speaking at this ceremony, wanted to make sure that I told you all that she considers you all my biggest blessing, and sends hugs and kisses to all of you and your families. And on behalf of the student body at the Rawls, I just want to say thank you for all the support that you've given us and that you're going to continue to give. And you know, your support plays a huge part in our success. And I can't wait to join you in not only giving back to the Rawls, but changing other students' lives in the way that y'all have changed mine. To Linda, Landon, David, and Kay, congratulations and Reckham.
Landon, thank you so much for being who you are and for sharing your story with us. I am sure that I am thinking the same thing that everybody else on this Zoom webinar is thinking right now, and that is you're going to be back here in 20, 30, 40 years for us to be able to honor you as a distinguished alum of the Rawls College. So we're so proud of you and appreciate you sharing your story. So I know that everyone on this call joins me and all of the faculty, staff, and students at the Rawls College of Business and Texas Tech University in congratulating David, Kay, Landon, and Linda. Thank you for making us proud. Thank you for sharing your time with us this evening. It's really been a great evening. And to our audience, we appreciate all of you joining us tonight. And thank you for your support of the Rawls College. I also need to thank our tech team and our behind the scenes people for pulling this off. Great job, everybody. We're all learning developing new skills and talents. So I appreciate all the work of the support team, and including our development team. So we look forward to getting to be together soon, I hope. So have a great weekend and be well. Thanks, everybody.